All of you, center sir, center please.
So straight here. Straight. यहाँ पे. All of you. Sir.
Yeah, it's not really. I'm looking, trying to look at each one. I cannot look at one direction at a time.
The way that this afternoon is going to run is that we're going to say some special thank yous. Then I'm going to invite the British Council, who have supported this project, up onto the floor where they'll present a video. We will then play the trailer to the film, and then I'll invite the cast and the director of this film to the stage where they will answer questions. There is an opportunity for you keen media people to do one-to-ones with the cast and crew following the presentation of the cast on the stage. Urvi, do you want to wave your hand? Is in charge of that and will guide you who to speak to and when. So I wanted to talk a little bit about how this film was born. 2 years ago, Tessa Inkler and I worked for a company called Film London, who are co-partners on this film. And we got together with the British Council to champion and bring together Indian filmmakers and UK filmmakers in order to bring together two unique talent groups and to be able to create content for an audience both in India and the UK. I don't think when we began this journey that we would create something so special as we have, and it is really down to the diligence and passion of the cast and crew who enabled this film to come to life that we have something so special on our hands. The film is called The Hungry. It's a brutal adaptation of Titus Andronicus and is really the creative child of Kurban Kassan, the producer, Tanaji Dasgupta, another producer, and Bornilla Chatterjee, our incredible director. You will get to meet them all later on. There are some thank yous that I have to make that I know sometimes sound meaningless, but without them, we couldn't have made this project. So Film London is one, Sinistan Film Company is the other. Our chairman, Rohit Cutter, can't be here today as he is opening a very special restaurant in London called Indian Accent. Please go, there's the plug. And Twickenham Film Studio, who gave us an incredible post-production deal. But the birthing partners of this project was the British Council, and so I'm inviting Helen from the British Council up here to say a few words.
Thank you very much indeed, Deb. I am delighted to be here today, and the British Council is thrilled at being at the premiere of this film, which I think epitomises the extraordinary creative output that can come from UK and India collaboration. An example, if ever there was one, that the whole can be much greater than the sum of its parts. As Deb said, this idea came about a couple of years ago. And in fact, we were planning our Shakespeare Lives programme, which was celebrating the 400th anniversary of Shakespeare's death. At the same time, Prime Minister Modi and our former Prime Minister David Cameron had agreed that there would be a UK-India Year of Culture. And with those two things in mind, we were very lucky to sit down with our friends in Film London, who we learned wanted to make a film production, a new film production, using Shakespeare as a theme. As Deb said, we then ran a series of workshops between young Indian and UK creatives, and one of the projects was selected for production, and that leads us to London last week at the premiere and here today at the Asian premiere. This screening itself is a really important part of our Year of Culture, which is running this year, where we will have more than 100 events and create over 100 partnerships between the UK and India, reaching more than 50 million people across the two countries through digital and face-to-face content and events. And the whole aim of the year is really to celebrate modern India and our very long-standing relationship between the UK and India, and indeed to get people at all levels of society to work together, come together, create together, and develop the next 70 years of our shared future. And so at that point I will end and leave you with a flavour of this very, very special year, and hope you enjoy the screening later. Thank you.
For efficiency's sake, we're going to start with Tisca and move down the line. So I would like to know, my dear, what attracted you to this role and anything you'd like to comment about it.
First, it's on everyone's list to do Shakespeare. And the incredible Skype conversations that I had with Burnila and my meeting with Tanaji. And of course, Rohit is a dear friend, so which is how the script came to me. And talking to them and understanding a completely fresh take. I loved how they'd taken something 400 years old and put it into the power-hungry, greedy, grabby North India. That to me was killer. So that's the reason. And of course, the role was to die for.
Thank you, Tisca. Nasir Saab?
Same question.
Same question, please.
It was, well, of course it's a great part, but more than that, what I felt was that I'd like to be a part of a project like this, which to me rang very true, set in the place where it was set, and I happen to belong to such a family. Not that people in my family did the kind of things that the people in the Hungary do, but I've seen how in very small qasbas or small towns, the landlords or the politicians or the crooks rule the roost there, and they're pretty merciless. I've seen servants being whipped, and yeah, I've heard of killings and maimings and so on that have happened in the place where my family is from. So to me, it evoked that kind of a bloodthirsty world, and it just resonated very strongly with a lot of things that are happening in the country at the moment.
Thank you. And Karan, vodka party pack?
Well, I think the most obvious reason was obviously unemployment. Just the fact that I would get to work. And apart from that, I met Burnila, and once I met her, I knew that I wanted to be a part of the project. Even when I auditioned for it, in fact, very rarely do you come across a scene that you're very interested in. So, in fact, I auditioned for the film and I sought her out. I found her on Facebook and I messaged her.
Amazing.
I'm enterprising. So I messaged her and we decided to meet, and once I met her, I knew what I wanted to do. Yeah.
Amazing, thank you. So for Kurban, Tanner and Burnila, when they embarked on this project, they hadn't met before. Burnila and Tanner had worked together previously, but they hadn't worked with Kurban. That was the ambition of what we were doing. So Kurban, what would you like to comment about this incredible 2-year journey that you've been on?
It's been fun, and it's been rather intense. So I mean, I come from I'm British born, but I come from an Indian background. So personally, it was just a really nice experience to be able to come and make a film in India for the very first time. Hopefully not the last time. And to try and bring together a very the idea of bringing together sort of a film with a European sensibility, but within the Indian context, trying to mesh two different styles of storytelling was really enjoyable to try and do. You know, you'll find out if we pulled it off or not. Of course, working with these great guys and all the cast was just great to work together and to, I think we've done something quite special. So.
And before we get to Bornilla, Tanaji, you got a mic?
I mean, it's quite unbelievable that we've pulled this off and we're here today, right now, and it'll be our India premiere. Because honestly, it started off as just a thing like, oh, should we do a Shakespeare thing? Should we enter the Film London competition? And we had 2 months, and we were like, it was a lot of process of elimination why we chose Titus, and some of it because I particularly had a very strange fascination for it always, and it just clicked as an idea to set it in Delhi and stuff like that, and then one step at a time, like how we got together with Qurban and clicked immediately. That may not have happened. It was an arranged marriage of sorts. And then we won the grant. And then, next thing was like, do you think we can get Nasrrruddin Shah? Let's see.
I was like, no, of course not. Don't be stupid.
And can we get Tisca Chopra? Let's see. And then that happened. It's just quite amazing how everything's happened. So I'm very, very happy and grateful and, to everyone involved that we were here today.
Thanks, Tana. And then finally, Bornilla. Delivering a low-budget production with such huge creative ambition is a contradiction in that it's seemingly impossible, but you've achieved something so beautiful. And I know you say it's a team effort, but I wondered if you'd say a few words.
Thank you. And I mean, my few words is just that we definitely couldn't have pulled this off without sort of the passion and the work of every single person involved. Obviously our cast, but also everyone who was working behind the scenes. You guys, our line producers, our production designer, our cinematographer, who's not here today, our editor, our music composer. I mean, I could go on. We all know who works on a film. But it really, especially when you're not working for a lot of money, it really takes a village to do it in the sort of time constraint that you have. And thankfully, we were able to attract, in my opinion, some of the most talented people, I think, in this city. Folks who have a true commitment to artistry and creativity. And really the vision that you see on screen is everyone's vision at once.
Thank you, Bornilla. Okay, I'm just going to look at Urvi, who's going to tell me what I should be doing. Questions? Okay, so from the media, who has questions? Please, can you be clear who they are for? Pop your hand in the air, and great. And then there'll be one-to-ones after this. Okay?
Hi, Nasir साहब, मेरा सवाल आपसे, मेरा नाम आलोक है. आप अगर सुन पाए तो करें. तो सवाल ये है आपसे, तो मुखातिब हम थोड़े कम हो पाते हैं, बहुत रेयर मिलना होता है. सर, शेक्सपियर आपके लिए क्या है? क्योंकि आपसे भी हम जानना चाहेंगे और बहुत सारे लोग उनके एडेप्टेशन करते हैं. आपके लिए, नसीर साहब के लिए शेक्सपियर क्या है?
मेरे लिए शेक्सपियर मेरी जिंदगी के पहले प्ले राइट थे जिनका मैंने नाटक पढ़ा था. उससे पहले मैंने मेरे ख्याल से कोई नाटक पढ़ा नहीं था, ना देखा होगा. जिस स्कूल में मैं था वहाँ पे ड्रामे काफ़ी पेश किए जाते थे और 8वीं क्लास से हमें शेक्सपियर का एक आध नाटक ज़रूर पढ़ाया जाता था. तो 10वीं क्लास तक मैं मेरे ख्याल से 3 या 4 नाटक पढ़ चुका था उनके, जो हालांकि और किसी और शॉ साहब के नाटक उसके बाद मैंने पढ़े. तो मेरे लिए तो इंट्रोडक्शन टू प्ले राइटिंग कहा जा सकता है. लेकिन इस फिल्म से जुड़ने की वजह शेक्सपियर नहीं था. उससे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी वजह ये थी कि मुझे लगा कि ये आजकल की दुनिया के बारे में कुछ ऐसी सच्चाइयाँ कहता है ये स्क्रिप्ट जिनको कहना ज़रूरी है और जिनके बारे में बात कम की जाती है और फिल्मों में कभी भी पेश नहीं किया जाता. हमेशा एक शुगर कोटेड सी फैमिली दिखाई जाती है. ये शेक्सपियर का शायद सबसे कड़वा नाटक है, उनका पहला भी है, कई तरह से कुछ इम्मैच्योर भी लगता है जब पढ़ते वक्त, लेकिन जिस तरह से इन्होंने इसको अपने दिल्ली के या यूपी के कस्बे वाले समाज से कनेक्ट किया है, मुझे वो बात बहुत ही अच्छी लगी। अलावा इसके कि ये रोल बहुत ही बेहतरीन है और मेरा इसको करने को बहुत जी चाहा।
सर, एक अभिनेता के तौर पर आपके भीतर कौन सी भूख होती है, वो भूख हम जानना चाहेंगे।
वो जमाने के साथ बदलती रही है। पहले तो भूख थी अपना काम सीखने की, दूसरी भूख थी काम मिलने की, रोटी कमाने की। फिर ये थी कि मैं बहुत मेरी शोहरत हो, मुझे लोग पसंद करें वगैरह वगैरह। अब अगर भूख है तो वो किसी बहुत बढ़िया रोल करने की नहीं है, ऐसे प्रोजेक्ट्स के साथ जुड़ने की चाह है जो मुझे लगता है कि याद रहेंगे और जो हमारी जिंदगी के बारे में कोई ऐसी सच्चाई कहते हैं जिससे मैं सहमत हूँ।
इसका आपसे भी जानना चाहेंगे, आपका अवतार देखा हमने फिल्म में, अपने किरदार और अनुभव के बारे में बताएं।
इस तरह का किरदार मैंने पहले कभी नहीं किया। बहुत ही कॉम्प्लेक्स रोल था और मैं काफ़ी परेशान भी थी इसको किस तरह से निभा पाऊँगी, क्योंकि कुछ एक अभिनेता अपनी ज़िंदगी से निकालने की कोशिश करता है या इमेजिन करता है। कुछ ऐसी चीज़ें थी जो मेरी इमेजिनेशन के बिल्कुल बाहर थी, तो उसको विजुलाइज या इमेजिन कर पाना मेरे लिए बहुत मुश्किल था। और सर ने एक्चुअली मेरा नाम डिस्कशन चोपड़ा रख दिया था, बिकॉज हमने इतने सारे डिस्कशंस किए उसके बारे में कि उन्होंने वो नाम रख दिया था मेरा। बट इट हेल्प मी अ लॉट। The discussions helped me a lot. I think हमने जब ये हमारी रैप पार्टी हुई, जब हमने फिल्म की शूटिंग फिनिश की, I think we shot 22 days,
22 officially,
22 official days we shot. हम लोग एक ही जगह पे थे जहाँ शूट कर रहे थे। एक मड फोर्ट है कुचेसर का जो फरीदाबाद के आसपास है। तो सुबह उठती मैं तो दरवाज़ा खुलती तो नसीर सर अपनी सिगरेट पी रहे हैं और नीरज कभी वहाँ घूम रहे हैं, शायनी यहाँ घूम रही है। तो इट वाज अ वेरी सॉर्ट ऑफ इंटेंस एक्सपीरियंस और सबके साथ इतना लगाव हो गया। और जब ये शूट ख़त्म हुआ तो एक्चुअली एक दुख हुआ कि ये जो हमारा एक यूनिट बन गया है वो टूट रहा है और कितनी भी आप कोशिश कर लें वही यूनिट दोबारा कभी नहीं बनता। कुछ लोग आ जाते हैं पर फिल्म का बिजनेस ही ऐसा है कि सब लोग एक साथ दोबारा नहीं आ पाते। हम लोग ने काफ़ी कोशिशें भी की पर ऐसा ही है। सो इट्स वन ऑफ द मोस्ट वंडरफुल एक्सपीरियंसेस टू शूट। और द यूनिट तानाजी, बोर्निला, कुर्बान एंड एवरीबडी एल्स, निक जो हमारे कैमरामैन थे वो तो बुद्धा कैमरामैन थे। एक बार उनकी आवाज़ नहीं सुनाई दी। मैं ऐसे माहौल में भी शूट कर चुकी हूँ जहाँ कैमरामैन ने अपनी चप्पल उठा के अपने असिस्टेंट के सर पे फेंकी है, तो यहाँ पे तो उनकी आवाज़ भी नहीं सुनाई देती थी। और बोर्निला ने was very clear in what she wanted, but she gave me enough space to try out something new if there was something else, and we spoke a lot about how to do it. She gave me a very good visual reference ke she gave me a reference of a wild cat, that this woman is like a wild cat. Her eyes are constantly watching what is going on. She's processing the information internally, so it's not a very external performance as such. So that was my experience of shooting this film.
I'd like to add something to what Tisca just said. No, not about her performance. It's very bad. But among मुझे 42 साल हो गए हैं और बहुत सारी फिल्में मैंने लोकेशंस पे की हैं और आमतौर पे 1 महीने का या 2 महीने का, एक दफ़ा 6 महीने का भी लोकेशन में झेल चुका हूँ। एट द एंड ऑफ इट यू जस्ट से प्लीज़ गॉड ख़त्म कराओ इसको, घर चलें। बहुत कम फिल्में ऐसी हैं मेरे तजुर्बे में कम से कम जिनके ख़त्म होने पर अफसोस होता है कि ये काश कुछ दिन और चल पाती। तो द हंग्री इज़ डेफिनेटली वन ऑफ दोज।
ये जो कास्ट है ये ड्रीम कास्ट कही जा सकती है, नसीर साहब, टिस्का, नीरज का भी।
Absolutely.
इन्हें डायरेक्ट करना मुश्किल था, आसान था? नसीर साहब को डायरेक्ट करना मुश्किल था? थोड़ा वो शेयर करें।
No, Audrina,
Not at all. Oh, sorry. Not at all. What was really lovely about... I'm going to answer in English. I'm more comfortable in English.
You must insist that she answers in English.
This will turn into a comedy show just like our film. I'm so sorry. But no, what was really beautiful about working with the whole cast is everybody has like such a strong background in theatre and love of theatre. And so this sort of the whole making of this film had that sort of theatre environment, you know, like I'm very... What I loved especially about working with these guys is that they bring so much of themselves to the character. Like it's not so much, okay, tell me what you want and I'll do it. But like we work together, create this character together and like sort of discover new things that I think we hadn't even written. So it was a beautiful process. I really felt like I was back in film school because I was learning so much every day.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Mr. Shah, my question is for you. Sir, last few movies you've done negative roles in films. What about negative roles do you attracts you?
They are more interesting than the goody roles. Quite simply. My own favorite performances among my movies are the filthy, lecherous gangster in Bombay Boys, or the heartless Subedar in Mirch Masala. I like playing characters like that, and I don't think I have played enough of them. I'm looking for more. I've always been cast as the idealist and, you know, the man fighting for a good cause and all. Nay, I don't want to fight for good causes anymore now. I want to murder people.
Okay.
And serve them on a dish.
You've heard that if anyone's got a role for Nasir Saab, then he wants to play the bad guy. Have we got a couple more, please?
Sir, performing Shakespeare on stage and performing Shakespeare in front of camera, according to you, which one was a bigger challenge?
Well, I have not performed Shakespeare much on the stage. I have in my life, in school I did scenes from various Shakespeare plays, and as a professional, I acted in a production of Othello by Ibrahim Al-Qazi, and I did a production of Julius Caesar myself. Apart from that, I haven't done much of Shakespeare on stage. It's very difficult to do it in India because you can't get enough actors who can speak that poetry. It's like trying to do a play on Mirza Ghalib with a whole lot of Indians who've been born and bred in London, even though they may speak Urdu, but they won't be able to get this. So it's the same thing here. And as far as Shakespeare in film, Hindi cinema borrowing from Shakespeare is nothing new. It's been going on forever. Old Sohrab Modi Sahab made a version of Hamlet. Kishore Sahu made a version of Hamlet. The old Parsi theatre, Agha Hashar Kashmiri, adapted plays like King Lear and Macbeth and so on into Urdu plays. Alawa Rustam, Sohrab, Laila Majnu के अलावा ये भी वो करते थे. तो बहुत नज़दीकी से जुड़ा हुआ है Shakespeare from our with our cinema, with our popular cinema particularly. सारे cliches हिंदी सिनेमा के Shakespeare से ही लिए हुए हैं. Every single one. There isn't too much different, but one must remember that Shakespeare was a popular writer. उसको ये ख्याल उसके ख्वाबों में भी नहीं आया होगा कि 600 साल उसके मरने के बाद उनकी बातें की जाएंगी और उनकी तारीफ होगी और उसके नाटक हिंदी फिल्में बनेंगी उसके नाटकों पे. He was writing popular plays. So it's the people who teach Shakespeare who make him into a bore.
Yeah, I totally agree. So we're going to play a little round of musical chairs, and I'm going to ask Tanna to text from down here, my love. Thank you so much. And we are joined by Niraj Kabi. I'm so sorry about my pronunciation. Please forgive me. Please take a seat up here. Okay, so any more questions? Please put your hand in the air like you don't care. No? TK? Sorry, Niraj. Well, this is Niraj Kabi. Please take your photograph.
Yes, sir. आप थोड़ा लेट आए हैं. अपना अनुभव थोड़ा फिल्म के साथ जुड़ने का शेयर कर लें.
Sorry, मैं सुन नहीं पा रहा हूँ.
फिल्म के साथ जुड़ने का आपका अनुभव कैसा रहा? नसीर साहब के साथ काम करना, टिस्का एंड कहानी.
पहली बात तो नसीर साहब के साथ काम करना मेरे ख्याल से किसी के लिए भी खुशनसीबी की बात है. he's a master, and the last of the great masters that we have in our country. And it's a huge honor to be working with him. The film itself is an adaptation of a Shakespearean play. I'm myself very fond of the Bard, and I've directed him as well, in the sense I've directed one of his plays. So performing in a film like this and with a team such as this was more than a learning experience. I think the character I was playing was very, very intriguing. It's a very mysterious character that I play, which means there are moments where I don't reveal what I'm doing actually. And that is what is intriguing about this character. You have to keep guessing what is he getting into continuously. Bornilla has been a treat to work with as a director, giving us, at least me, a lot of space to work, and very sure of what she's doing in the film, extremely sure. She might look all over the place, but she's very, very confirmed about what she says and what she does. So you begin to believe in her a lot, yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Niraj. Yeah.
I'm sure you're aware of the Hungary being selected for the Oxfam Gender Equality Award. So what are your thoughts on these gender equality issues and awards that's coming up to motivate the genre itself?
Hang on, can we just give a very brief media briefing from Ritika? Can I invite you to explain the award? Ekminute. I think we've been nominated for something. I'm not sure what it is. Something to do with Oxfam. Anyone?
I think we might have just found out this for the first time.
Do you want an explanation of the award? Sure.
So essentially, the Oxfam Best Film on Gender Equality Award is something that was instituted last year, and essentially it looks at films that make a comment on gender equality. And this year, the 4 films that have been shortlisted, of those, The Hungry is one of them.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Now your answer.
Oh.
That's quite exciting. Thank you. And I
believe in gender equality.
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean,
How many don't?
Sorry, I'm just listening to the scene. So it was like super cool to us to take basically Shakespeare's sort of arch villain and turn her into our heroine. That was the driving force of this film from day one. Patriarchy sucks, duh. I mean, I think just the shooting of our film was a pretty good study in the fact that, I mean, we all are equal, you know? I mean, that's pretty much all that I can say on the matter.
I think it's just important to say that most of you probably won't know the play, and in the original, the character that Tisca plays is basically ignored by Shakespeare. Although what happened to her is excruciating, there's no empathy that you feel for her or meant to feel for her in the original play. So we've tried to very much turn that on its head and say, open your eyes up to something which affects a mother deeply, and then seeing in this very heightened world, in this heightened story, how that mother then goes about rectifying the wrong that she felt previously. So,
thank you, and thank you for that question. Okay, I think that draws us to a close. I would like to give the cast and the crew who are sitting around here an enormous round of applause. And I don't know what happened next. What happens now? Thank you. Photo. Thank you. Really good. You're
Okay, cast from British Council
please, for the last shot. Thank you. Last shot coming up.
Excuse me, ma'am. Tisca में एक फोटो कर straight everyone. Right, straight everyone. Ma'am, one more year. Thank you.